Hey everybody, it's Patrick A. Punctura. Parshat Lech Lecha. Haven't had a lot of time to really do a whole bunch of this lately. Just kind of depressing, like, you know, I don't know, like I've just been working a lot and just haven't had a lot of time to devote to all this. So, normally the videos drop on Mondays. This week it's dropping on a Wednesday. I'm sorry, I did what I could. So, what can you do? But so I started thinking about that. I was thinking about how, like, I always want to get things done on a certain time. Like, everything to me has got to be, like, videos have to be done on Monday. All my studying needs to be done by Tuesday. And then I'm not necessarily going to study on Saturday when everyone else is, because I've got to be a week ahead of everybody in order to get my stuff done. And so I really, I regiment everything. I go into work at 10 o'clock. I leave work at 7 o'clock. I get home at 7:30. I do this. And I get really, in this strange headspace if I don't get things done as fast as possible. So I started thinking about how that could potentially relate to Parshat Lech Lecha, and it's talking about, Avraham and Sarah and, all of their kind of misadventures, for lack of a better word. And, Avraham, is sort of an interesting guy to me because he's really the first convert to Judaism. I started thinking about how that was kind of interesting and just about all the things that he had to go through, and also about what it's like when you are a convert to Judaism, how it takes you basically a year to convert. And I've gotten into a lot of conversations about that because I sort of feel like it shouldn't take you that long to convert to Judaism, and a lot of people have told me, well, you need to learn, you need to grow within the faith before you can fully accept it. My attitude is, if you believe in God, you're willing to say the Shema, you learn everything later. And to me, that's kind of what Abraham's story is. God said something to him. And, it really wasn't until a long time later that he finally circumcised himself and the covenant, the blood covenant, the flesh covenant was made. But, he was still a believer. So I kind of want to make a radical statement, which is that Judaism needs to change its attitude on converts, which is that it's not that you start off as a potential convert and then a year later you have converted to Judaism. I would like to make the argument that the moment that you believe God has entered your life and has set you out on that mission to become Jewish, you already are Jewish, and you should be accepted as a Jew within the community, even if you haven't done any of the ritual things that go along with that. And that's controversial, and a lot of people aren't going to like it. I know a lot of people don't like it because I've expressed that opinion, but I think that Parshat Lech Lecha explains that. Abraham knew God, and he knew God before he had a covenant with God. And so, in my opinion, even if you don't have a covenant with God yet, you are still Jewish, because God has spoken to you, and has spoken to you to become a part of this great nation, which starts in Parshat Lech Lecha. So, anyway, that's my Dvar Torah. Sorry it's a little jumbled and disorganized, but it's still what I believe. And this is Punctura, so I get to do whatever I want. Peace.